Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog, yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say. I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym, I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work, told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face, they all just burning bridges. Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it, dog, like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them two bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen them down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a meal, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a Don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm ready to go. I hope you guys are. And Bitcoin getting a little bit of a move to the downside. Should you be worried? Are we going to get a move? And shout out to, I'm not even going to attempt to read the name. It's very small. There's an M involved. But they said, who cares about Bitcoin? It's ranging between 52 and 75. I'm not. I'm just chilling. And shout out to you, brother. I could not feel you anymore as we are basically still just stuck in our range, guys. But obviously, we did get a little local move to the downside. So I want to talk about two things very specifically today as we look for the next step for Bitcoin. I want to talk about that key level that I am looking at that if lost is very likely to give us that next big move to the downside. And then more importantly, I want to talk about the key levels we got to keep our eye on. If we do get that move down, where can we potentially see that bounce come in? We're going to be covering it all on tonight's live stream. And we got an amazing giveaway tonight, guys. We're going to be giving away 10 beefier bags of ADA than we usually give away because we have 2 full weeks, or this is the 3rd week of giveaways that we it's 3 weeks of giveaways all in one. We're giving away 3 Frankie Candles hats. I'm giving away $100 in XRP, and we're going to be giving away 10 fat bags of ADA, and fat is obviously relative, but we're going to be giving away a whole bunch of stuff tonight, so stick around till the end of the stream. Probably going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, guys. I was talking to the premium Discord earlier. I don't know what is wrong with me. I feel like absolute garbage. I'm probably going to go to the doctor maybe tonight or tomorrow. I don't know what is going on. I'm dizzy. I feel like I have a fever, but I don't actually have a fever. Something is wrong with me. I don't know what it is, but not going to stop me from being here with the Mafia. So shout out to you guys. Smash that like button if you like health. Smash that like button if you guys like the content and if you want to win some free crypto. If one of the mods can drop that video that we dropped yesterday, if you guys could drop that link in the chat, that will be the video that you have to like and be a subscriber for and comment on to get entered into the giveaway. And I do recommend you guys go back and watch it. We even had a couple people who watched the video yesterday, took the information, and literally made money using that strategy the same day before the live stream. And they let us know in the chat. So I highly recommend you go check it out. But I can't track that, unfortunately. But I definitely highly recommend you watch it. But with all that being said, let's see. Shout out to Pennywise. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got Mike Vito in the chat. We got the Salty Biscuit. As always, good to see you, bro. And we got Crypto Pollo. What is going on? Our fellow farm animal crypto man. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. And let's see who else we got in here. We got Sleet. What is going on? Sleet said, hope you're doing well. Health comes first. I mean, I want to be clear. I don't think anything like too crazy is wrong with me. I just don't know what it is. I just always feel like I'm sick. It's probably just sleep and lack of vitamins or something. I don't know, but we're going to check it out. Shout out to Dave Digital. Said, you are not George. We're not George. Bing bong. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to George from Cryptos R Us. And shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. We got Crypto and Yogurt in the chat. What is going on, bro? Let's see. We got Deucey Does Crypto. I don't know if I said that right, but shout out to you, bro. We got Creighton C as always. And shout out to Creighton C for dropping a super chat here. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that super chat. Said, it's Friday. You ain't got no time, no rest. Your blank is getting sleep this weekend, drinking pre-workout to stay awake. Go to bed, turn off the screens, and go for a nice walk after dinner. Shout out to Creighton C. And some guys, sometimes they call him Dr. Creighton C. And I'm going to take that as doctor's advice. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you so much, bro. And without further ado, let's go ahead, guys, and jump on into the charts because we got a little bit to look at, I guess. But let's go ahead and jump on into the charts here. So here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin chart here on the daily. And or this is the 3-day. Let's go down to the daily. Simply put here, guys, the charts and money flow is pointing to the downside. That cannot be argued because that is just simply what we're seeing on the chart. Whether it plays out or not is another thing. But that daily money flow crossing into the red as well as this 2-day red dot, which once disappeared but is now back in action here. This is potentially going to give us a continued move to the downside. But that red dot on the 2-day is not really what concerns me. What concerns me is the money flow coming to the downside. Simply put, as we've been talking about for the past 2 months, we need money flow to fake out back into the green, right? We need, if we want to get a bigger move up here without breaking these lows and coming down to potentially $51,000 to $52,000. I'm going to talk about the actual key levels in just a second. But if we are not going to see that that bigger breakdown, we absolutely 100% need a bigger move, a fake out on this money flow. And I'll be honest with you guys, this does not look indicative of a fake out on money flow, right? Like this is a pretty deep money flow wave on the daily into the red, and it's not really showing signs of fake outs. Typically, when we get those fake outs, you kind of peak down and then pop right back up. This is looking a little bit more bearish. It doesn't mean that we can't just make this a small money flow crossover into the red and come back into the green. But at this point, guys, it does look more and more likely every day that we do not get a random rip out of nowhere. It is looking more and more likely that this money flow is simply and expectedly or as expected going to play out as we anticipated. Now, I'm not calling for definite downside, but when we look at that daily and the 2-day, this is simply what has popped up on the charts. And this is how we normally see this stuff play out. And I will say this, if we do get that move to the downside and we break these lows and we come down to one of these lower levels, I will be screaming from the rooftops, probably on this live stream, that the money flow never lies, even though I just pointed out a little fake out here. But we were aware of the possibility of this fake out, and that is why I am still holding my long from down here and why I entered my long, or what was making me feel okay entering that long at $40,000, which again, I am still holding. So I don't think the bull market's over. I had a couple people in the live stream last night ask me like, hey, Frankie, do you think the bull market's over? I don't think that's true. I do think we do have a lot more upside to go in this cycle. Obviously, that would be like the most, it's like, it is funny. Like I had a few people say, do you think the bull market's over? And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, guys, if this was the top, this was the most disappointing Bitcoin bull run ever. It's like the institutions come in and then we go and then we break that all-time high by I don't know, like 6%. I don't think that's going to be the case. But it does not mean that we can't pull back a little bit more before getting the next big move to the upside. And again, I really the general sentiment right now here, guys, for me is the two-day and the daily are definitely looking more bearish. And I do think that just from a technical perspective, it does make me lean a little bit more bearish. I am still holding my short here from the POC. It is paying me out pretty nicely right now. Maybe we could bring that position up in a few or a little bit later in the stream. But other than that, the daily and the 2-day definitely calling for more downside. And for that reason, I want to give you guys kind of the bearish case and what I will be looking at. Yo, shout out to Thesis himself. Said in terms of long-term, monthly, weekly market cipher, Bitcoin looks like it put in its last all-time high. That was the top forever. I remember CryptoFace. Shout out to Thesis himself. I remember CryptoFace saying 69 was the top forever. Is he right? Is this going to be the double top forever? I don't think so. But again, it definitely doesn't look like we are primed for a gigantic move. Rather the higher time frames are looking a bit more bearish. So, with that being said, I want to talk about those key levels down below, and they shouldn't be too unfamiliar familiar for you guys because they are simply the same levels that we've been looking at for quite some time. And obviously, we are still within our volume profile here. I'll come down to a little bit of a lower time frame so we can get a little bit of a more high resolution view of the a little higher resolution view of the price action here. And simply put, guys, what happened here was we came down to our lower volume profile. This was a level we were looking at on the live stream. This was kind of the last level that I was interested in a big, long position. Not only showing this level on the live stream, but there were trade setups in the premium Discord to take a long from here with certain confirmations. And we did get that move back to the POC and the value area high, as you would expect. But other than that, I was talking to the premium Discord earlier today, just talking about how I don't think there's not really an attractive setup, in my opinion, as of right now, right? I am simply, for another long position, I would simply rather wait for, at least a move back to that value area low, because typically I don't like to long or short the middle of a range, and simply put, we are sitting in the middle of a range. Now, you could look at this in a different context where we are actually simply deviating below the upper profile, which could be true, right? Simple deviation below the range. Could look for your long confirmations here, but simply put, guys, I am not necessarily seeing the sauciest confirmations here to look for a long back into this range. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I do not have the confirmations to take that long. So for me, I am going to be waiting for lower for a new, fresh, long position. And the next key level, just in the context of this volume profile, is simply going to be this value area low, sitting right here. And this wouldn't even be the bearish case, right? This would just kind of be like the normal case, right? We went from the low back to the POC, back to the high, rejected the value area high, back to the POC, and we are now losing that POC. So this would just kind of be what we would expect price action to most likely do based off the laws of that volume profile. Now, if I hide this range, what I want to do is talk about the lower levels and kind of where I would be interested in potentially looking for another long position. And to be honest with you guys, it really doesn't come in until the next key levels sitting down much, much, much lower, where we have a monthly naked point of control sitting here at about $51,800. We also have some confluence here. We have some other naked points of control sitting in this area as well. And then again, as I've broken this down many, many times on the live stream, I would be looking at this as some form of a range where you have your, let me unextend that to the right, and shout out to RPM 87. I don't remember the actual numbers on your name, but shout out to him. He was showing me this. I did not know this, guys. I was like embarrassed in the premium live stream today, but RPM 87 was able to show me. I did not know this, right? This visibility section I've always kind of ignored for years, and I'm talking like years. I've ignored this, and I didn't realize what this does is it actually lets you select the time frames that individual tool is shown, right? So if I only wanted to look at this volume profile on the higher time frames and I wanted to hide it on the lower time frames, I could simply just uncheck the lower time frames and only keep the higher time frames highlighted here. I did not know that. So shout out to RPM 87. If you're out there, bro, thank you so much for showing me that. You literally taught me something that I will use for the rest of my career. It's pretty funny. I've just always ignored this. But anyway, let me go ahead and unextend this to the right real quick. But you guys can see we can kind of treat this as a volume profile, and I will go ahead and pull these levels for you so you guys can get a good idea of what other intermediary levels we have down here. You have the value area low, the POC, and or the value area high, POC, and the value area low. And when you zoom out, this is just simply the next zone that I would be interested in a bigger long position. And I'm going to talk about that key level that we have to lose that would make it very likely for us to get a move down here. But if we do get that bigger move, this is kind of the next big zone that I will be looking at. Other than that, the only real key level before this $51,000 to $52,000 zone is going to be when we pull up that fixed range, or I'm sorry, the visible range volume profile. The next key level other than this would really technically be this little tiny high volume node sitting at around $54,000. Now, we do have a naked daily point of control sitting somewhere in here. Let me actually go ahead and pull up, bear with me here. Where are we? Let me pull up these naked points of control really quick. We do have a naked point of control sitting, I believe, at like 53.6, which is actually this little high volume node here. So could these like two little zones here, like right here and right here, give you a little bit of support? Sure. I think it can, but for the most part, guys, remember the low volume gaps are typically where price moves through very quickly. Quick move up typically results in a quick move to the downside. Based off these low volume gaps, I wouldn't really necessarily, you could see, right? All your volume is being traded up here, and then the next significant high volume node, in my opinion, isn't really until right here, right? It's kind of hard to see with the TA on. But the next high volume node is simply sitting here. We are likely to fall through this low volume gap very quickly, but you do have to understand these little spikes in volume at 54.5 and about 53.6, which again is a naked daily point of control, I believe. Could be areas where you get a little bit of support, but really this is going to be the next big zone. So I just want to let you guys know, like, I will be paying attention to these levels, but to me, they're not really that key, in my opinion. There's not too much confluence there, but there is much more confluence down here at that $52,000 zone, because not only do you have this high volume node marked out by this volume profile, but you also have a monthly naked point of control sitting here as well, which just adds to the confluence down there and the strength of that level. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting this, but if we do, I'm definitely not expecting this to happen over the weekend, but I will just say, guys, I would not be shocked, right? If we do see like the mega bearish situation play out here, I would not be super, super shocked if we wind up revisiting the next significant high volume node, because if I hide the TA here, to be honest, it's kind of just looks like a pit stop on our way to the bigger high volume node down here, getting closer into the 40,000s. 42,000 is about the high volume node down here. Now, I'm not guaranteeing or even calling for this level, but that is why this level is so important, because if we do not bounce here, right, look at the big gap. Now, it's not as big of a gap, but we have much more price action here, so it makes a lot of sense. But I will simply be doing the same thing, right? If price comes down here and we do not, maybe we get a little bounce off 51, 52K, but then we wind up losing this level, not much holding us up until we get back into this range back here, which does sit between 44,350 and about $41,000. So these are kind of the next big zones. And I know these are the levels that we've been looking at for quite some time, but I just wanted to go back over them because we got to move to the downside. And again, guys, I just want to say it is funny. Everybody freaks out when we get moves down. It's like, it's like, oh my God, what's happening to Bitcoin? And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, oh my God, right? And then it's just like, just zoom out. Zoom out. Nothing is really happening here, right? As far as like, getting a move down, sure. And there are things to look at here technically, but if you're someone who's not a trader or someone who's just like into long-term investing in Bitcoin, like this isn't like a significant move by any means at all. But nonetheless, when you're people like us, when you're just like chart junkies and trading junkies and we're looking at the charts all the time, getting into those scalp trades, this seems like a mega big move down. But for the most part, guys, like general sentiment remains exactly the same. We are simply in a range for the past 72 days. Like, we are just simply bing bong around, right? Basically ranging between about, 58K, like right here, I would say this reclaim of this range low right here at about 58.8 to 75K, or 74K rather, is just range bound. So, but again, money flow is pointing towards the bigger move down. So if we do get it, I want the Mafia to be prepared. So those are going to be the key levels that I'm looking at. And just understand that I do not think the bull market is over. And even if we came down to 51 to 52K, I still don't think the bull market is over. And even if we got to move down to 41K, I'm still not necessarily like, oh my God, throw in the towel, everything's going to zero by any means, right? It's funny. It's like, I said this yesterday. Look at this move we got up, guys. Look at this big move up we got. We have to come down at some point, right? Nothing goes up in a straight line forever, and even though it does get pretty close to going up in a straight line forever, but obviously nothing goes up in a straight line forever. So it's funny. It's like down in the bear market, it's like this doesn't really bother anybody, but the second we get this big move up and we get like a couple of red days, everybody gets really scared. And I don't blame you, right? Bitcoin can move very, very quickly, and it can be scary, but I am here to calm your nerves and let you know that if you wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin is just seemingly free falling, you can simply sit on your hands and be like, hey, If we break these lows, I know we're probably coming down to that zone that Frankie Candles was talking about, but I also remember those two little high volume nodes, or I should say medium volume nodes, sitting right here at 54.5 and 53.6. That could give us some turbulence, but other than that, you can sit on your hands and just wait for the next key level to come in. And again, I will not be that interested in any significant longs until we at least come down to that 54K zone, or at least a little closer to this high volume node down here. Other than that, everything remains the same. The 2-day and the daily are the bearish time frames as far as market cipher goes. And yeah, that is all. The key levels remain exactly the same. Again, I am holding that short from the POC. And let me pull down exo chart so I can pull the chat back up. Let's see. Shout out, hang on. Shout out to Created Equal. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Frankie, please explain to me, who is this Simp Lee you speak of, and what did he put? Shout out to Creator Equal. Shout out to you, bro. I do say simply a lot. But shout out to the simps out there named Lee. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to Creator Equal. Thank you for that super chat. I love that I could like the super chats now. And I do believe I missed a couple super chats. Let me pull those up really quickly. And if you guys, actually, shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. We do have some pretty intense giveaways to get to, but I want to see what, Rob, do you remember the altcoins that we were unable to get to last night? Because if it was like 2 or 3 of them, let's do those altcoins before we get into the giveaways, because the giveaways are going to be quite, we have a lot of giveaways to do. Yeah, so let me, it was just ICP. Okay, so if you want to see some altcoins, drop them in the chat right now. Rob, let's do like 2 or 3 other ones, because I don't want to go too long on this, because we got to get the giveaways done. So spam those altcoins right now if you want to see them, guys. And we will start off, obviously, at Ethereum. But real quick, let me cover some of these super chats. Shout out to Jack B. Nimble. I thought that low key. I'm not gonna lie. At first glance, I thought that said Jack B. Nipple. So shout out to Jack B. Nimble with a B. He says, "Hey Mafia, happy Friday. Would like to get a B-Day shout out for my Majesty Brittany. Brittany J. Happy birthday, Britt. Hey. Brittany. Come on over here. I don't know if you're coming to a phone or an iPad or a TV. Hopefully it's a TV. I'm in 4K right now, and I'm just on an 80-inch screen TV. Brittany, come here. Frankie Candles, your boy. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday from your boy, Frankie Candles. Happy birthday, Brittany J. And I'm looking at you, Brittany. I hope you're listening. Happy birthday. Shout out to you. Bing bong. I appreciate you and Jack B. Nimble watching the show. And shout out to Jack. Thank you for the super chat, bro. $5 well spent. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Brittany. And I'm glad that that your king's name is not Jack B. Nipple. It's Nimble. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the charts here. But real quick, ZC Productions. What is going on, bro? Thank you for the super chat. He said, hey, fam. Not sure if you peeped Smoke on Cardano, but please do. Love you, homie. Shout out to ZC Productions. I have not peeped Smoke. Is that the ticker? I don't know if we're going to be able to find it. Probably not on TradingView. Spooky, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a chart if that's the ticker. I don't know if it actually is. But shout out to ZC Productions. I appreciate the super chat, bro. Let me know. Maybe if we have time, I'll try to find it on. Let me know where I could find that chart. And if we have time, I will try to look at it. I appreciate the super chat. I hate not looking at coins when people super chat them. But yeah, if I can find the chart, I will try to look at it for you. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much. And then, bada boom, we got Wick589. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, "A, you ain't seen nothing yet." By Bachman Turner Overdrive. Whoops, wrong channel. Any chance of some collabs through the summertime sadness? Shout out to Wick589. Are you talking about YouTube collabs or are you talking about musical collabs? You got to let me know, because you guys know I'm also a famous singer here in the ATL. If you guys haven't heard my Golden Pipes, you probably never will. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Imagine I was just like low-key a fire singer, like just sing like R&B songs and stuff, and nobody knew about it. That'd be hilarious. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off on Ethereum here. Let's see, bada boom, bada bing. Hang on, shout out to Dave Digital. Says, I still don't understand. When I'm at 100% unrealized profit, do I close 50% or move my stop loss to entry and play it safe? Or do I TP based on value area low, POC value area high? Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. Great question. What I would say, typically what I do, brother, is going to be Let me just, for example, say, let me grab a position tool here, and let's just say this is my long position, right? And let's just say this is my final TP that I'm looking at. So if I were, let's say, up 100%, which is going to be very heavily dependent on the leverage you're using, whether that is, like that percentage is going to change a lot. But typically what I do is once I am in profit, right, and I will do this like in terms, let me actually zoom in a little bit, and I'll do this in terms of a volume profile, just because it kind of takes the guesswork out of things, right? So for me, typically what I do, Dave, is I will go ahead and even if I come into bar replay mode here, I am really not feeling good right now, guys. I am like sweating right now. It's like how the whole premium live stream was. But let me see here. So typically what I would do, Dave, is if I were in a long position, right, say from here, right? And this is annoying because the POC is kind of high up here. But simply put, right, for me, once I'm in enough profit, right, for me, typically about 1% is enough for me to take some profit. But once I am in enough profit, what I like to do is I TP first, and then I move my stop loss to break even, right? So let's say we get to this is my TP1. I would take profit here and then move my stop loss to entry. Now, it will depend on where that POC is. Typically, when it is in the middle of the range, like where it's like kind of like right in the middle of my position, I would TP1 there and then move my stop loss into profit. To break even. But with something like this, where the POC is a little bit higher up towards that value area high, it really is going to change, and it's really going to be dependent on your own what you want to do. But as this POC is a little bit higher up to the value area high, in this case, maybe I would take some profit because typically I do take that first TP at the POC. So whether it's in the middle of the range or close to the value area high does change things for me. Let me draw this out for you real quick, Dave. Right, so you have your value area high, your POC, and your value area low, right? And I'll just label this out because this will help a lot of people. Value area low, POC, and value area high, right? So this is your range. If the POC is in the middle, I will typically handle my position like this. Simply, I get into the position, TP1, stop loss to entry, TP2, probably the final TP in most cases for a scalp. But let's assume that POC is sometimes a little higher up towards that value area high. In this case, I may, and it also depends on how low below the value area low I get into the trade. Sometimes when I get in really low, I will TP1 at the value area low, right? But in this case where the POC is a little bit higher, I would be more willing to TP here and then move my stop loss into profit. But that's just me personally, right? Like that is going to change based on your trading style and just like how you feel about taking profit, your risk tolerance, that kind of stuff. But it does change for me. But typically, run-of-the-mill volume profile trading, what I would do typically, right, in a very basic trade is enter, right? Find the confirmation. Typically, I am entering just below the value area low, right? So you come down, you come down, right? Find those confirmations, enter, reclaim, TP1, TP2. And then moving your stop loss to break even or into profit is really going to be a preference, in my opinion. But again, that POC moving up and down is kind of what makes me change my mind about if I want to go to break even or into profit. It just really has to do a lot with how far up you are in the trade, if that makes sense. So there you go. But typically what I'm doing, Dave, is simply first TP at the POC, second TP at the value area high. Very simply put. So if I were just kind of, TP1, TP2, you could not even move your stop loss if you don't want to. So hopefully that helps you out, Dave. I kind of feel like I might have not explained that very well, but hopefully you found that useful. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. All coin votes are in and being counted. And with that being said, let's go ahead. Shout out to Manaja. What is going on? Thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Ethereum, as Ethereum is on its way to zero. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. What was this? Candle wick to wick here. Shout out to Wick 589. 5%, right? It's like that seems to be the number, right? It's like a 5% dump, people get scared. That seems to be it. Like 3%, people are like, hey, are we going to pull back? It looks like we're going down. And then as soon as it's 5%, it is like, it is literally like everybody screams. Everyone's like, oh my God, I'm scared. So it seems to be like 5% is literally that threshold. But here we are, right? Very similar to Bitcoin, guys. We had this, come on. We had the deviation below the low here on this range. We reclaimed the value area low. And here's another example of the POC being close to one end of the range. This would change my POC. I mean, this would change my take profit, right? If I were longing this value area low, especially if I was longing like the reclaim of the value area low, I am not going to TP1 typically. Maybe on ETH I could. It's a 1% move. But that reclaim of the value area low into the that POC is too close for me to really like a lot of times I'll just skip that first TP on the POC if it's that close to the value area low. I'll let it come up a little bit more. So just a little more insight there. But simply put, reclaim the low. Where'd it go? Straight to the POC value area high as you would expect. Deviation above that value area high, back into the range, back to the POC, back to the value area low, and then I believe let me extend this to the right. And then we tried to get back in, and then we just wound up losing the range again. And I will say, guys, to be quite honest with you, I am not feeling too hot about all this. 1 hour money flow. And real quick, what did we say last night on the live stream? What was I saying that we did not want? Because we were talking about this little scalp long that we took in the premium Discord that was playing out very nicely. And what were we saying? Literally, one of the things that was giving us the idea that we could potentially see this continue up was the fact that we had this 45-minute money flow crossing over into the green, right, with the 12-hour green dot printing at the same time. And I was saying one of the things the thing that we do not want to see is something called a VWAP flop on the 12-hour specifically. And that is typically, and I even I think I circled this one here. I said something like this or something like this is not really what we want to see, where you print that green dot and then print an immediate red dot. And that is exactly what we got. And what happened? We did not get the continuation up, and we got the big move to the downside. And the reason I bring that up is because this is how you could kind of gauge if you're going to get the move to play out or not, right? So simply put, we literally got exactly what I said we did not want to get. Like, guys, we don't want this, and then Bitcoin just went and did it, unfortunately. But coming back to Ethereum, simply put, this range, are we losing this range decisively? I'll be honest with you guys. Today, money flow is coming out. This is more bearish. Now, it doesn't mean that just short instantly, and we're definitely going to come down, right? Because if you come up to the 4-hour, your VWAP's starting to roll up, right? We also do have a bullish divergence forming here on the 4-hour, right? Lower lows, potential higher lows once that green dot prints. You have to wait for the green dot. But if we get that divergence to confirm, we could get a little bounce, but I would be very careful on this now purple box, which is the value area low, POC confluence. And if we do get the bounce here, I would be very cautious in this area because this would now be a high likelihood area to put in a lower high and continue to the downside. And if we're going to see the money flow on the daily continue to play out, the 2-day money flow crossover into the red, this would be the likely kind of trajectory for Ethereum unless we get these crazy money flow fake outs, which I'll be honest, guys, it's like I'm looking at the charts like, come on. Come on, guys, fake out. What's going on? Like, come on. Because you can see here, right? Like, this was back in March of 2020. We get the halving, right? And then typically this money flow never really comes back into the red. Like, honestly, we're closer now than we've ever been, right? Maybe we're pretty close to, like, what we were doing here. But for the most part, like, we need these fake outs to come in. Otherwise, we may just see this money flow play out like you think it would, right? And in which case, we'd be like, money flow never lies, literally. And if we do get that bigger move to the downside, we gave the key levels on Bitcoin, so let's give them on Ethereum as well. I will simply be looking for a move down to the daily level here at about 2642. This is the next significant level of support that I can see, in my opinion, the way I find my levels. That is going to be the next real significant level. We are tapping a naked daily point of control here, so could also help for that bounce. So I actually will mark that out because this is somewhat interesting to me. So you do, now it's tapped, but it was a naked daily point of control. And, putting a 4-hour bull div in on no key level is much different than putting a 4-hour bull div in on a daily naked point of control. So I wouldn't be surprised with the lower time frames as they start to kind of roll back around here. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a bounce here, but with the way money flows on higher time frames, and especially if you have some golden pocket retracements that are, I would be very cautious around this purple box. If you catch a scalp long here, be very careful in this zone. Just like yesterday on Bitcoin, when we were looking at this volume profile and we were looking at that value area low, which I guess at the time was probably closer to here, right? Man, I wish, let me see. Bear with me, guys. Let me see if I still have this stuff marked out. I don't, right? No. But just like yesterday, what we were looking at here was this value area low was very key to get back above, right? And that is where it's like, hey, guys, if we could get back up above this value area low and hold it, that's where you expect to move up to the POC and the value area high. But until we get above those levels, that is going to be key resistance, right? Like we have to get above these levels. Otherwise, it's key resistance until proven otherwise. And in this case, it wound up being key resistance. So on Ethereum, if we see that same thing, right, just be careful because you do have some Fibonacci retracement levels in here, right? POC value area low. We may see something very similar where we get up in here and it's like, oh, are we going to reclaim the low? And then it's like, nope, we're going to put in the lower high and come lower. And to be honest, the higher time frame money flow is pointing towards this. So just be careful. So there you go. All right, let's see. Also got a 6-hour bull dip forming. Shout out to Creighton C. And actually, big up to Creighton C. I said this to him in the premium Discord. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends, Creighton, in front of all our friends here. But shout out to Creighton. Well, me and Tony D were talking about Creighton the other day. We see Creighton out there. Creighton got one of the only free lifetime memberships to the premium Discord that we've ever given away. And we could not be more happy that Creighton got this because he is in that premium Discord taking it for every ounce of value it's worth. And he's out there. And I could just tell by the questions that he asks and the input that he gives on these live streams that his skills are absolutely on an absolute parabolic move to the upside. So shout out to Creighton C. Pat yourself on the back, bro. Good for you. Shout out to Creighton C. But yeah, shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Thank you for the altcoins and perfect timing because we just finished Ethereum. Let's go ahead and check out Bonk. We have not taken a look at Bonk in quite some time, but let's go ahead and check it out. And actually, Crypto something. I don't know what that says, but shout out to you, bro. He says, thoughts on Aerodrome. Let's go ahead. I'm actually going to add Aerodrome because we skipped that yesterday, and I think I said that I would go back over it, so we'll go over Aero as well. But shout out to you, brother. Kenny, what is going on, man? But let's go ahead and take a look here. Bonk, bada boom, bada bing, or should I say bonka boom, bonka bim. Let's take a look here, right? So we do have this kind of nice, let me come up to the daily real quick. Okay. So you kind of have this value area, which was obviously slipped in a huge way. Back in. But, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not going to lie. I really cannot unsee these little, like, inverse head and shoulders forming. I really can't. And this is the same thing on Bitcoin. I will say, real quick, guys. Key level that we must hold. This is like the most important part of the stream. I got to make sure we talk about this. Key level to the downside that we absolutely must hold is going to be the same level that we've been looking at every day. It is simply, or ever since we got this push to the upside. Come on. Right here. 786. Let me get the exact level. 786 coming in at 58,364. This is the key level. Because if this is going to continue up, we can either put the higher low, it's either going to come in here, or it's going to come in here. And if we don't put it in here, it is very likely once we lose this level that we are very, very, very likely to get that bigger move down that we were talking about. So this is kind of the line in the sand. One more time. $58,364. We lose that level, very likely that we get a bigger move down. Now, not just a wick. We got to get a decisive break of the level, right? We get stuck under it and we start to pull back. That is where you get the very, very likely move to the downside. So very cautious around that 786. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump back over to Bonk. And again, just to be clear, that inverse head and shoulders that we were talking about on Bitcoin, even if we come down into this fib zone, could potentially still put in that right shoulder, and we could see that case play out. But again, I'm not trading that head and shoulders. I'm just using it for context, right? Very simply put. But let's go back over to Bonk. Take a quick look here. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to say, right? Because I would like to look at this range, but obviously, like we slipped it pretty good here. So what I'm going to do is let's pull up the VPVR. Turn off these levels. Bada boom for the 50th time. That never gets saved. I do not know why. But let's go ahead and yeah, this is kind of ugly, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, this would be a very, very key level, right? So I would mark this out. Golden pocket. I'm not going to read out the levels. You guys can read them just because of the many, many zeros. I don't want to butcher that. But these would be, I mean, this is your fib zone, right? If we get a bigger move down, look for the bounce off the golden pocket. If we don't get that, probably very likely to go down to the 786. To be honest, this does look like a pretty strong level, right? Like, look at all that volume down here. And this 786 is right on the beginning of that shelf of volume. So that is, I would, that is what I would look for. Yeah, and I mean, to be quite honest with you, yeah, I mean, you could look at this range. I just don't like that it was slipped so heavy here. But if we come on down to a lower time frame, what I can do is pull this range, which would be a little bit more sound, in my opinion, if you will. God, this is kind of ugly too, to be honest. Like, the meme coins are kind of, but yeah, I would probably pull it like this. If you get a move down, you're out of your volume profile. But like, yeah, I would like to see that 786, to be honest. I wouldn't even really put much weight on that golden pocket. I wait for the 786. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about Bonk. It is a meme coin. I don't know how technically this typically trades. Doesn't look like it's a very technical trader. Yeah, green dot printing on the 90-minute. There's really no signals here. Like, nothing really that clear, to be quite honest with you. But we lose that value area low. I'd be looking down at least to that golden pocket. But at that point, you're kind of in this low volume gap, which makes it likely to come down to that 786. So that is going to be your key level I'd be watching on Bonk. So there you go. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'll do Arrow really quickly here. Bada boom. Aerodrome, which I embarrassingly call Aerodome for no reason at all, just because I just comes out of my mouth like that. But yeah, Aerodrome. Let's see here. Yeah, daily money flow crossing over into the rest. This is binarily bearish, right? Like, it is crazy. Like, if we see this money flow play out, it's like it will just be the clearest example of why we just simply listen to the TA. And we don't try to, and again, sure, we were able to call this fake out on money flow on Bitcoin, right? But we're not going to be able to do that 100% of the time. So, it'll just be a testament to trust the TA. This is bearish. This looks bearish. It doesn't mean, right, again, because of where we are in the cycle, very, not impossible to get a fake out into the red on money flow and just get another huge move up, right? This is very typical to see in this part of the cycle if we're even going to see this cycle repeat itself or at least rhyme, right? But, you can't just write off like, oh, money flow's coming out, but we're in the bull market, so it's definitely not going to go down, right? You still have to really trust that TA and assume this will play out until proven otherwise, right? But with that, so this is definitely bearish looking, right? Just on the daily. But if we come on over to the 4-hour, you can see money flow is actually coming up pretty nicely, which is fine. This is the hardest part of my job because this is where I have to say, hey, guys, I'm bearish on Aerodrome, right? Money flow coming out on the daily, not looking good. But then the next day, we get a little bounce, and everybody goes, what the heck? I thought you were bearish on Aerodrome, but now we're pumping. What's going on? And it's like, no, I'm still bearish on the daily, but we're just getting a pump within the context of the 4 hours. So I will say, short term, I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up getting a little push to the upside based off the VWAP on the 4-hour coming up, as well as your money flow, like it's very ugly here, right? This is not what you like to see for a big, nice, clean move to the upside. You're coming out, you're coming back, you're coming up, you're coming back out, you're coming up, you're coming back out. Not really what I like to see, but it's not a fresh money flow crossover into the red. So this is technically trending to the upside with that green dot incoming. You do have some 4-hour bullish divergences here as well. Not the strongest, again, to be very clear. I wouldn't really be longing this. But if you do get a move up, you just have to understand the context. It's much more likely to be, even if it's in the grander scheme of things, a lower high all the way up to here before a bigger move down. The money flow on the daily would much rather or much more point towards a lackluster push to the upside before another move down. So with that being said, where would that lower high likely come in? Well, I would kind of argue that there's a few different places, right? I would tend to pay attention right here. This is beautiful confluence. 786 golden pocket. Then, yeah, I would watch this, right? So if you do get a pump, this is definitely, I have like a beard hair that is just like flipping up into my mouth constantly. Very annoying. Gonna have to go cut that thing. Anyway, one of my 17 beer hairs. Anyway, someone's gonna crack up at that. Probably Tony. Anyway, so if you do get a bounce, right, based off the 4-hour green dot and that money flow coming up, I would be very cautious as we approach these previous range lows, right? What happened at last time? We slipped it, rejected it, right? So if we do get a bounce up, I'd be very cautious in this zone. Because the money flow would aim for a lackluster bounce to the upside before a move down. Now, this isn't the only level that you can wind up rejecting, right? If we pull the full retracement here, I would also, at this point, you're basically just range trading this. Pretty good confluence here on that 786 value area high. So these are definitely the levels of resistance I would be keeping an eye on. Yeah, these are the levels I'd be keeping an eye on for the most part. And yeah, maybe a short-term little bounce. Definitely not looking for it to go to $1 million, though, just because of this money flow, right? 16-hour money flow is deep in the red. Actually, doesn't look as, it's definitely deep in the red. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way this looks. Money flow pretty deep here, right? So we have to anticipate this could continue down. But again, short-term bounces are not impossible. But those are the key levels. Value area low coming in at $1.31. POC 786 confluence coming in at $1.53. And then this value area high is coming in at $2.02. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at. And then, are we getting, do we have any significant levels of, support down here? Let me change this. Actually, whoops. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Let me change this to week. Okay. Yeah, so this, yeah, okay. So yeah, we are hitting somewhat of a level here. So what I will say is, if you're going to get a bounce here, I would just make sure that you understand the context of it. It is not necessarily like the best setup ever, but you are technically getting a little bit of a bull div here into that key level, which is a previous value area low. Right, with money flow kind of trying to work its way up. So short-term bounce, not impossible, but remember, be very careful. Even if you get a move like this, like totally scalpable, but be very careful within here, just like on Bitcoin the other day, right? This is all fine and dandy, right? And even in the premium Discord, I'm not sharing anything secret here because there was really not a lot of setups today. But, very similar to yesterday. I believe this is that setup. Like, there's a reason we look at these levels as key levels of resistance, right? These value area lows, once you break down, if you get an entry below, you have to understand the context of the trade. This value area low would be bullish if you flip it to support. But until you flip it to support, this is where you are expecting some kind of resistance, especially with the way money flow looks like on the higher time frames. And literally just letting everybody know. And shout out to anybody who's interested or thinking about joining the premium Discord. Here's a little idea of what we do. Like, we give the spoon-fed trade setups before they present themselves so you can be ready as price hits those levels. And we share them in real time here. But letting everybody know, just like yesterday, I do want to stress this is a bit more of a risky position, and I will be treating it as a scalp at first, making sure to TP and move my stop loss early. We understand the risk of the trade entering this zone before, and what happened, right? We simply came up. Sure, we had it play out just a little bit, and even this value area low may have even come down a little bit, and we got above it. But eventually, you did wind up rejecting back out of that range. We never got accepted into the range. So you have to understand, even the key levels that we want to flip to support are still key resistance until they're flipped to support. A lot of support resistance flips are extremely important resistance. But it's funny because once you flip them, you look at that as a bullish signal. But when you approach them, you have to understand they are bearish until proven otherwise. So there you go. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Yeah, shout out to Mystic Ruin, said beautiful rejection. Absolutely. Let's see. What the heck? Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. That was, we took a look at Bonk, we took a look at ETH. Let's take a look at Rune. We have not looked at Rune in some time. So let's take a look at the Tether US. This is an old chart. Yeah, we have not looked at this in so long. Let's see if I can pull up a different chart. Let's pull up the Bybit chart. Come up to the daily. And yeah, I mean, in the macro, right? These are larger time frame. These are higher time frame ranges, obviously, but definitely relevant ranges or relevant levels, in my opinion. Bada boom, bada bing. Like, if I was a Mafia member, I will say this, right? I mean, if I were in the Mafia, I would definitely be one of the nerds that was like, oh my God, I got to get into the premium Discord. I got to get all these indicators. I got to figure out exactly what this guy does. I want to do this. But I would definitely be the person that if I didn't have the money, like back at my beginning of my trading career, if I did not have the money, but I existed as a content creator and I could watch me, I would 100% be sniping these live streams and just jacking every single key level marked out. So if you're out there and you're new and you're still learning TA, I will say the most value that other than just watching and learning, the most value I can give you is for sure, if you don't know anything, right, and you don't understand what exactly a divergence is, or you don't fully understand the volume profiles, but you're tuning in and learning and taking notes and practicing and bringing it to your own chart and back testing in bar replay mode, that's all good and dandy. But if you're going to take anything for what it is before backtesting it yourself, just steal the key levels, right? Like, take these key levels. Like, for example, on Bitcoin, this key level where we got the bounce from, we were waiting for I cannot tell you how long. And we talked about this on the live stream every day as we lingered around here forever, right? Saying, hey, well, I'm not interested in a long until we come back down to this level. Why? Because there's confluence, value area low, etc. But we bing-bonged around. It took forever. Nobody wants to wait this long. But what happens? Bing bong, you get the value area low. That's the high probability trade setup. Oh, we did take tons of trades in here, right? Little scalps, which were profitable, but they are not high probability, like, lay down a ton of money trades, right? We were waiting to come down here, and this is the live stream chart. This is not a premium chart. We share this every day. So if I were you and you were new and you're looking to learn from me, I would just simply take these key levels and sit on your hands, wait for them to get hit, and then use what you learn on these live streams every day to analyze the price action as it's at that level and see if you can find a setup. So there you go. And once in a while, we will just give a free setup here on the live stream. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here to Rune. Bada boom, bada bing. Whoops. Take a look at the Bybit chart. So yeah. All right. So here we are, right? This is the larger range, simply put, right? And there's another, I don't know why I just can't unsee inverse head and shoulders like recently. I don't know why. And then boop. Actually, you wicked right back down. But anyway, here we are. Here's the volume profile. Got a nice reclaim of the value area low, back to the POC, back to the low, back to the POC, back to the high as expected. Now, as long as we remain, I mean, very simply put here on Rune, guys, I'm not really going to beat a dead horse here, but as you can see, if we remain below this value area low, I would just simply trade this as a volume profile, look for the POC. I know Creighton C knows. Hit me in the chat. You know what I'm about to ask. Once you get accepted back into the range or you reject the value area high, where's the next likely place for price to go? Based off the volume profile theory, somebody let me know, where's that next stop? There we go. Let's go. Shout out to Mystic Ruin, the POC, Bitfrog, Creighton C, POC. I call him Creighton POC. But anyway, yeah, absolutely. I think that was the longest stint of silence on any of my live streams ever. We just broke a record there. Shout out to you guys for knowing the answer so quickly. But yeah, bouncing off that value area high, the next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC. If we lose that, obviously we are expecting to get a move to the value area low. And to be honest, like even at this point, the idea is that we are going to eventually get to that value area low, but we understand that it's going to be probably an ugly move and a scary move. Maybe you go to the POC, big move back up, and then you eventually get stuck under here. Like even here, right? When you hit the low and you deviate, you're expecting to get back into the range, go to the POC, and then eventually the value area high. But look what happened here. You went to the POC, back to the low, back to the POC, back to the low, and then eventually you did get to the high, right? But you have to understand there is turbulence to be had on that point of control, wherever it is. So same thing, right? You reject the high, look to go to the POC and the value area low. So for longs, for me, I wouldn't really be interested in any kind of long unless we get to two different levels, right? Really, I would much rather get to the value area low. If we don't make it to the value area low, you could look at this POC Golden Pocket Confluence as a key level. However, I would be careful because it is in the middle of the range. But if we are going to continue the uptrend, right, like look at your 12-hour money flow, just continuing to come up, right? Like if that money flow crosses into the green, maybe this trend does continue up, right? So there is a chance. I don't like trading the range, but when you have context like this, where there's there's a higher low that is potentially going to come in at that level, sometimes I will take a trade at that golden pocket, right? Just like the short that I'm in on Bitcoin from 67K, right? I don't trade the middle of a volume profile, but I did that day, and I know a lot of people are probably sitting there like, well, were you trading the middle of the range there if you don't like trading the middle of the range? And the answer is simple, and it's the answer to a lot of questions, and that is context, right? The reason I was safe taking a short here, although I don't like, I mean, especially when you hold the low and approach the POC from beneath, this is typically where you're looking to flip that POC and get a move to the high. But the reason I was okay shorting here, not anticipating a move to the value area high, was the context. Daily money flow was coming to the downside, indicating that the trend was likely to continue and was likely to put a lower high in. Is it broke? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but to put in that lower high at that POC and then continue down. We also had a golden pocket retracement sitting right on that POC. So in that specific context, I am safe to take the trade in the middle of the range. So very similar to what we just looked at, right? In the opposite direction. So the reason why I would potentially look for a long here if I got the confirmations would just simply be because of that golden pocket confluence and the money flow coming up here, right? So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at on Rune. Other than that, just watching the context of this range. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Levy or Levi. Shout out to you, bro. He said, I'm making money, but I think I'm traumatized from my past losses early in my career because I always close my trades early right before the big swings. Any advice for me? Shout out to Levy, or I don't know, Levi, Levy. Shout out to you, bro. Yes, I do have some advice, but as you guys know, it's not financial advice. It's just simply friendly advice. I'm not a financial advisor or financial expert. I'm just some crazy guy on YouTube that looks at charts and somehow makes a bunch of money. I'm just kidding, guys. But, this is not kidding about the not being a financial advisor part. That is true. But here we go. Shout out to Soft Shell or Soft Shelly. Says can't make sound, but shout out to you, bro. And that is a goat sound for anybody who doesn't know. But let's continue on here, guys. What I would tell you, brother, is number one, try not to look at closing your trade early. If you're closing them in profit, try as hard as you can. I know it's hard. Try as hard as you can to not look at that as a bad thing. Just see it as a thing, right? It's not bad because you are making money. What you do not want to do, and what would be much worse than you being scared to hold your trades, would be you holding your trades for no reason, right? And just holding them and hoping that it plays out. The easiest way I can explain this to you is again, number one, you are closing your trades in profit. That is good. Do not, what I would do is, depending on how you take your trades, right? For me, if I were looking to enter a trade, let's say, let me pull up a random coin that I have no TA on. Neutron, right? If I were taking a long right here, right? Let's say, let me find a setup. And I'm going to find a setup that I know what happens just so I can explain it to you. So here, this is a good example, right? I'm going to go into bar replay mode, bro. You're going to get a free Frankie Candles lesson here. And I'm going to teach you, right? What do we have here? Right? Let's say, for whatever reason, you were looking for a short. I'm not going to go into a full setup or anything like that because it's going to take a long time, right? So let's just say you thought it was a good idea to take a short here. Well, let's say you thought it was a good idea to take a short here, right? And you were like, oh, nice. I sniped the top. And I think that, for example, maybe you're looking at a volume profile. Come on. Come on. Work. Okay, so maybe you're looking at a volume profile, and we'll just say the value area low is right down here. So you're saying, hey, I'm going to target down here for that trade, right? And what I would say is look at your money flow, right? Let's say you're in the short, right? And then this is maybe where you close. Maybe you're like, I don't want to lose my money. I'm going to take this. And honestly, by the way, bro, it might feel like a problem, but in my opinion, that's a good problem to have, right? Oh no, you take your money off the table. God forbid, right? This is what a lot of people feel like, right? Especially when you start trading. Sometimes it can be a lot harder to take that profit than you realize, right? And even for me sometimes, I'm like, man, I really want to hold this. But, so just understand, it happens to me too. But what I would do here in this context, right? Maybe this helps you. I don't know if you use Market Cipher. Hopefully you do, because this is going to involve Market Cipher. So maybe you're closing your trades here instead of potentially playing them out to your fullest capacity, which could be down here, right, or beyond. But what I would look at is money flow, right? So maybe you shorted this red dot, right? And you're like, oh, okay, cool, or whatever. Say you had a red dot here. Cool, we got the move. But now you're looking at, like, what's going to happen next? Are we just about to yeet back up here? Well, number one, look at your daily money flow. This indicates the longer-term trend, especially the daily money flow, right? So if that's coming down, you can anticipate that maybe any bounce you get up could be not that scary because you're going to anticipate the next green dot on the daily to give you a lackluster move up, right? Because the green dots indicate the ebbs and flows in the market, or I should say ebbs and flows in the market, but money flow indicates the overall trend. So if you're short from here and the money flow is coming out and you're closing your trade when it starts to go against you like this, and you can understand the context of these bounces just being lower highs for further downside, that can kind of give you the confidence to maybe hold those trades. Not financial advice. So for this example, right, it would be money flow coming out on the daily. Now it is a little shady because it's kind of flat here, but what you could do to front run this is go down to a lower time frame. 16-hour money flow just crossed over into the red. But look at the VWAP. Oh my God, we're about to pin the green dot on the 16-hour. That can be scary if you're in a short. But that money flow coming out, if it's going to play out like it typically does, this would make you anticipate that green dot would anticipate a move up, but a lackluster move up because look what direction your money flow is going. It's going down, right? So that green dot would be more of a lackluster ebb or flow to the upside before putting in a lower high and continuing down, right? So that can, understanding that you have the money flow on your side, sometimes these little bounces to the upside based off the green dots can be a little less scary if you understand how money flow works. And to add a little more confidence to what you're doing, what you could do is find out where that lower high is likely to come in at. That way, if you break that level, then you could say, okay, maybe I should just get out of this then, right? So where is that lower high likely to come in? There's two things I like to look at. Number one, I like to look at the golden pocket 786 retracements. So for this, I would say, hey, if that little green dot gives me a move up here, I know it's likely to turn back around and continue down. And it's kind of a double whammy because if I get above this level and start holding it, I could be like, okay, maybe we're not going to reject here and maybe that money flow will fake out. That's the sauce right there. Shout out to you, bro. You just got the sauce. So that is how I would handle it. Now, another thing I like to do is I like to look at Lux Algo, right? And what I typically do for this is I would go down to a lower time frame and see, like typically a way lower time frame, to see if I have a bearish smart trail coming in that zone, right? And you kind of have to sift through the time frames to look at it. Shout out to Lux Algo if you guys want to sign up. Link in the description down below. If you guys want to sign up for Lux Algo. But oftentimes you will have a smart trail flowing through that golden pocket 786. Oftentimes in the context of the time frame that you're looking at. I'm not going to go find the exact confirmation because it's going to take a lot of time. But these are the two things that I like to look at. Shout out to Lux Algo. But I'm going to turn Lux Algo off for a second here just to clean up the chart. I don't want to over confuse you. But simply put, right, let's play time forward now and see if it works out, right? Okay, well, we never even got the retracement, but if you did get the retracement, that would be where that lower high would come in at, right? So let me go ahead and see that green dot again, right? So now that 16-hour green dot printing, is it going to give you a move up? No, it just winds up nuking you to the floor. But now you're getting a bounce, and now you're like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, what's happening? We're getting up. Like, should I just close this, or is this thing going to nuke even more? Well, look at the daily money flow. VWAP coming down. Money flow is technically trending to the downside. If you're questioning if that money flow is trending down, just simply use a trend line. That is coming down, right? Once you break that trend line, maybe you can start looking at it as maybe a fake out. But at this point, money flow is still continuing down. I would expect this to potentially roll over for a bigger move to the downside. Did we get it? Kind of. Not really, right? We didn't really get it, but and look, that money flow did wind up faking out. But simply put here, that is how I would do it, right? So if you're usually closing it on these little bounces to the upside, use the money flow as your compass for the longer-term trend. And again, let's say, we come up here, right? And let's say this happened earlier in the trade. Like let's say, let me come back into bar replay mode again, right? Let me just pretend that this wound up, this green dot on the daily wound up coming up now like this, right? That soon in the trade. At that point, you're saying, hey, I'm expecting a lower high here because money flow is coming out, but I know if it doesn't come in, I can nail that fake out on money flow because once I get above that 786, trade idea would be kind of invalidated. Maybe I want to hop out, and more often than not, you will see price will go against you. So hopefully that helps you out, brother. I even forgot who asked that question, but hopefully that helps somebody out there. Let's see. Shout out to Softshell said, man, all jokes aside, I really do learn so much here. Shout out to Softshell. Softshelly. I never know how to pronounce these names, but that makes me the happiest person on earth that you're able to learn from me. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you guys out. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop back over to Rune. All right, so there we go. We're done with Rune, right? That's the context that I would look at. And there you go. I'd be looking at these ranges. Feel free to screenshot the levels. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. We got ICP is next on the list. And we did Aerodrome. Cooking along here. Here we are on ICP. Simply put, we looked at this yesterday. And actually, I think we looked at this yesterday. We actually looked at this today on the premium. So this TA is already done. But simply put, this is actually nice. This kind of expedites the process because we do have to start getting to the giveaways. But here's your range, right? Value area high coming in at $15. POC coming in at $12.92. Value area low coming in at $11.69. So if we wind up breaking down below this level, I will say, to be quite honest with you, I would not mind a deviation below this value area low into this key level, which is a 786 Fibonacci retracement. This 786 sitting right here at about 1116 would be the key level. I would be interested in a potential long position if I can get some bullish confirmations at this area to long back into the volume profile, flip that value area low to support, flip that POC, and come back up to the high. If we lose that 786, very simply put, kind of the opposite of what I was just showing you on whatever it was, Rune or Bonk, if we get back down below here and we start losing the 786, right, am I going to hold that long if I was in a long from down here? Probably not, because once I lose that 786, even if we turn on our VPVR, not much until our next key level, which comes in right here at that daily naked point of control at 972. And it could be a quick move down there as well. So low-key, simple analysis here. As far as the 2-day and the daily, looks almost identical to everything else. The higher time frames still look more bearish. This would indicate a continued downtrend to come in. So keep that in mind. That's basically my general sentiment, guys. The daily and the 2-day is the bearish case. Definitely pointing to more downside, I would say. Whether that happens or not is another thing, but the charts are definitely pointing in that direction. But if we lose those ranges, these 2 daily naked points of control are the next key levels I would look at. And dang, I should start doing the TA and pre-selecting the altcoins so I can just run through them that quickly every single time. So there you go. I'm not going to lie, guys. I accidentally put this chart. I mean, not that it's like super, super secret or anything, but I did accidentally do this TA for the premium live stream on the live stream chart. So take that for what it's worth. This is not like 5-minute analysis. We spent real time on this. And yeah, I would, this is what I'd be looking at on ICP. Or maybe, I don't know, do we? Yeah, I think that is what happened. So there you go. Yeah, these are the levels. But anyway, guys, we do need to get to the giveaways. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob and Tyler Durden and Kembro and Crypto Anon and Crypto Billy and all of the mods here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. Tyler, I'm going to say what we're doing, and then you tell me if I'm a crazy man. 10, is it 3X bags of ADA? Tyler is the giveaway man, by the way. Tyler crushes organizing all these giveaways and sending out the ADA and everything like that. I'm going to pin the video to the top of the chat here, guys. That is the video pinned at the top of the chat. You got to watch. Click that link, watch, and like, and be a subscriber of the channel to win the free crypto, and definitely go watch that video. Literally, I do yo, what the? Shout out to Dev. Says, Frankie, no more muffins or mineral water for Mrs. Candles? What does that even mean? Mrs. Candles, you can't drink mineral water anymore. I don't think she drinks mineral water. I've been drinking mineral water. Guys, by the way, that drink, that Super U drink that I brought up, that we talked about yesterday, I'm on day 2 of trying that stuff. This might be it. This might be the secret sauce. That stuff changes my brain. It makes me so focused and clear-headed. I was literally about to cancel the premium live stream and this live stream tonight, and literally didn't, because I literally went on the premium live stream and was like, guys, I think I'm going to do a 20-minute stream. I feel like garbage. I drank some of this Super U stuff, and I did a 2-hour and 11-minute stream, and it was saucy AF. And it was easy. This stuff, I don't know what they're putting in this stuff, but shout out to Super U. Unbelievable. Super U. Insane. We were like chilling it yesterday. But shout out to Manitoir. Yeah, I do not know what's in here, but it is magical. Not only did it give me energy, it like puts me in a good mood. It's wild. But anyway, Tyler says, Mystic Ruin said 2 BTC giveaway from what I remember. Yo, shout out to you. Love to the mod. Shout out to Pennywise. But yeah, we do take bribes, FYI. Yo, shout out to Tyler. Oh, I love you, bro. But yeah, Tyler, it's 3X bags. It's 10 3X bags of ADA, 3 hats, and $100 in XRP. Correct. I'm going to have to send you the XRP to send out because we don't typically do XRP. I added that because we canceled the live stream last week, and I wanted to give back to the Mafia. Tyler said, yeah, 2 Bitcoin is good. We're going to shout out to Tyler. But anyway, guys, go ahead. I want to give you about a minute to go click that like button and comment on that video to get into the giveaway. And then we're going to go ahead, and while you guys are doing that, I'm going to pull up the giveaway picker crypto is what I always type because I know the one that I like. Let you do crypto, and Uniswap pops up for some reason. But here we go. I'm actually going to – all right, so we're going to give it a minute. At 6:57, we are going to shout out to Luke. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Just click that link, like, and comment. I'm going to give you guys about a minute before we start pulling the links. Let's see. I would like 4 BTC, but I'll settle for 2. Shout out to K Diggity. That's a humble man right there. Let's see. Tyler said, I will send out the 2 Bitcoin right away. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. You guys are funny. All right. Here. Okay. We're not. 6:57. We cut it off. I just want to win something in my life. Shout out to Rob Strizzle. I don't know if you got that membership gifted to you, but I bet you did. I don't know. You might have bought it, but very high chance that you got it. Shout out to Bad Axe said, come on, I want some ADA. Give it to me. Let's go. Let's start a golden waterfall. Let's go. Shout out to Logan NFT. Spam that golden emoji in the chat. Is golden in here? Let's see. No, golden's not here, but we will spam that golden emoji in honor of the GOAT. Golden the GOAT. GTG, they called him. Back in high school. We go way back, by the way. I'm kidding. We just met Golden on the YouTube channel. Shout out to Golden. But anyway, here we go. 2X Frankie Candles giveaway winners. Okay, here we go. 6:57. Let's grab that link. I actually have to click the link too. Don't mind me if you guys hear. Bada boom. Let me grab that link. Hear me going, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. There's that golden emoji. Let's go. Let's paste that link. Bada boom. I thought that said Darren. I was like, yo, Darren does things? Trying to hack the mainframe? Rig the giveaways? Darren? How dare you? I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go. Fetch that. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Pennywise. Thank you for getting those 5 Frankie Candles membership. Let's go. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Luke. Hey, Luke, you got the membership. Let's go, bro. Shout out to Ed, or ED Camp. Shout out to you, bro. And shout out to Endry. Welcome to the Mafia. And Jay Violet. Welcome back in. Let's go. All right. And, yeah, shout out to Pennywise. Thank you so much for doing that. These memberships, are not, when you gift multiple memberships, it is not cheap. It is literally not cheap. So I appreciate you guys so much for that. All right, let's see. ZC says, Frankie, WTF, $33 and no chart check. My dude, $33. Is Bitcoin at $33 right now? What are we talking about? What is that $33? Shout out to ZC. Let me know. Or was that old? I don't know. Shout out to ZC. Let me know what you're saying there. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull that back up and start pulling these giveaways. Not include replies. Anything goes. This is risky. I am... oh, that's cool. Keyword filter. We can really top-rated comment filter. This is cool. Cryptocurrency filter? What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go with anything goes, and we'll just see. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. I hope it goes to $33. Me too. Before we do the giveaway, guys, a lot of people are like scared that the bull market is over. And I will say, if anybody is scared that the bull market is over a 24% dump, buckle up because crypto gets a lot more wild than that. But I will also say this. People are scared that the bull market is over, and I'm scared. Not scared, but I'm more concerned about Bitcoin not getting a pullback. I would much rather a pullback at this point to buy more rather than have this thing just... I would consider any big move to the downside we get, any big move to the downside that we get, a lucky opportunity to buy lower at this point, right? I mean, if we really start melting through some key levels, then maybe we shift that sentiment. Shout out to ZC said, it was my super chats. Tap Tools is where you can find Cardano. Oh, native asset charts. Can you peep smoke? Yeah, shout out to ZC. I'll pull that up in a second. Shout out to you, bro. I was like, what is he talking about? $33. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. Quick reminder, ZC, I will take a look at that if I can. But just a quick reminder for everybody who may be loading up super chats right now. The altcoins are done. We're doing the giveaways. I wish I could look at every super chat at altcoin, but like literally we'd be here all day. I say this like every stream. So just a warning, please. I don't want you guys spending super chat money to not have your altcoins looked at. So shout out to you. I'm trying to save you guys some money. But ZC, I got you, brother. I got you. But yeah, I know. Shout out to Bad Axe. I'm praying we need another pullback. Absolutely. But let's pull these dang giveaways, guys, and give away some free money in case crypto does crash and everyone loses their money. At least Frankie Candles can shell out some money and keep you guys buying those dips. But let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Only You said, thank you for what you're saying. It means a lot. Shout out to Only You. Anytime, brother. That is why I'm here. Winner number 1. Who's it going to be? We got 10 Cardano giveaways. And, yo, come on. Who else would we give Cardano to other than Cardano boy? Also, close relative to, I'm trying to think of a superhero. That's I'm thinking of Quail Man. Shout out to anybody who can get that reference. Shout out to the 30-year-olds. The 90s babies. Cardano boy, shout out to you, bro. We're going to send you, I hope you like Cardano. I guess you do, because we're going to send you a free bag. Hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Click I just won a prize and collect your free Cardano. He says, Cardano Army, represent. Shout out to Cardano boy. Hit that Discord and get your free ADA or ADA or Cardanzo, as our boy James Kramer might call it. Next winner, who's it going to be? I feel like Pablo. We will go up again soon. I agree with you, Pablo. I agree with you. And if we don't go up soon, I will send you some free Cardano, but you got to claim it in that free Discord. Congratulations. You just got some free money, brother. You feel like Pablo. Do you ever feel like Frankie Candles is my question. Let me know in the comments of this live stream if you see it. Next winner, who's it going to be? Mads Arendt. €100 a day. I am happy, plus big pumps and more spot compound, whatever. Shout out to Mads Arendt. Shout out to you, bro. And he's saying that because I was talking in that video about, how showing that $400 gain in a day based off this very simple trading strategy, which is what this video is about. I talk about how that I think it's a little bit more of a tangible, attainable, reachable goal for newer people rather than just showing like $25,000 trades, $10,000 trades, $20,000 trades, whatever it is. I was saying, like, you don't need to be making $10K a day to be a successful trader. An extra $100 a day, $200 a day, $400 a day is probably more than a lot of people make in a day at their job, right? So, and I think people get like, I can't even fathom making $10,000 in one day or $1,000 in one day. So I was just saying, like, lower the needle. You don't have to make $5K a day, right? You can make a couple $100, even $100, even $50 or $5 a day. Because over time, as your account grows, you will simply see that number go up and up and up over time. The key is remaining profitable, right? Not rushing there, but remaining profitable. So shout out to you, bro. We're sending you some free crypto. I think you were the third winner. But yeah, there we go. Shout out to Tyler. I'd be lost without you, bro. Here we go. Shout out to Joe Rod, not to be confused with J Rod. Shout out to J Rod. I know you're out there somewhere. Said the sauce, baby. Shout out to Joe Rod. We're sending you I would send you some canned sauce, but Mrs. Candles is still learning from my grandmother how to cook it. She's going through my grandmother's old recipe books, and she's trying to perfect it. But once she perfects it, we'll send you some sauce. But in the meantime, we'll send you some Cardano, brother. Congratulations. You won some free crypto. Hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section and claim your free prize. That guy, Tyler, who sends it to you, just watch him. Sometimes he'll skimp the bag on you. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Tyler. Here we go. Next winner. Golden's not going to take this. Is that the real Golden or is this a scammer Golden? This is the kind of video that helps many new traders. Being realistic and humble like you are in this video is why I support you. Keep the sauce coming, boss. Shout out to Golden. Yo, shout out to Golden, bro. We're sending you Cardano. He's not going to take it, but we're going to I don't know. We'll fish for his address somewhere. We'll find it. And spam those golden emojis. Let's go. Shout out to Golden. I wish you were here to see. This is your first giveaway win. And I'm actually kind of glad, in the nicest way, I'm glad Golden isn't here because I feel like if he won the giveaway, he'd be like, I'm spamming memberships if you send me that. So shout out to Golden. We know you're out there. And we're sending you that Cardano, bro. Shout out to you. That's hilarious. I love that. You're winner number 5. Shout out to Golden. Let's go. If anybody deserves, you're winner 6, I think. But yeah, if anybody deserves that free Cardano, it is you, bro. Even though for some random reason, I don't really think he needs a little extra bag of Cardano. But we're gonna send it to him anyway. Shout out to Golden, bro. We love you. And if you don't think we love you, I know you know I love you, but if you don't think the Mafia loves you, just check out this chat, bro. You are legitimately a part of this YouTube channel. Absolutely insane. Shout out to you, bro. Blessed to have you. Anyway, hey, there's RPM 87. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was bragging about you earlier. Shout out to RPM 87. He knows. But anyway, and Tyler says Golden is number 5. Yeah. Okay, so winner number 6. Who is going to be? Let's check it. Brad Vandewater. Shout out to you, bro. Sometimes I got to be careful with these names on like the public YouTube channel. Because sometimes they're not good. But anyway, said, love the sauce. Frankie, you are truly the man. Shout out to Brad. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. But you're the man. And because you're the man, we're going to send you some Cardano, bro. Thank you for watching the content. Thank you for leaving a nice comment. We're going to send you that free Cardano. Bing bong. Let's go. Next winner. Shout out to Brad. We got Lionheart said to the moon. Lionheart is winner number 7. Shout out to you, bro. And yeah. Hit that free Discord. We're sending you some free crypto. I don't know what's up with my beard hair. It's being so itchy right now. Shout out to Lionheart. I appreciate you so much, bro. To the moon. No, not to the moon. To the Discord to get free Cardano and then to the moon. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for watching and leaving a nice comment. Let's pull our 8th winner. Let's go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. I'm on count here. Shout out to Zafir. Says Blue Heart. Simple yet acceptable. So shout out to you, bro. That blue heart is going to turn into some blue coins, which are Cardano coins. I don't know how I think of this stuff. But shout out to Zafir. Congratulations. You won some free crypto. Hit that Discord. Go to the giveaway section and get your free Cardano. You're winner number 8. We got 2 more crypto winners. Then we're doing the hats. Then we'll do the XRP. Here we go. Amir says, CandleMafia for life. Shout out to Amir. I now officially knight you in via cash. You have been knighted in as a permanent member of the CandleMafia. You're now a part of the CandleMafia forever. Shout out to you, bro. Now you can't leave if you don't. That's like being blood brothers. Now you can't leave. Shout out to Amir. We're sending you some free Cardano, bro. I'm just kidding. We would love to keep you forever, but we're not going to hold you hostage. Shout out to you, bro. And you are winner number 9. Shout out to Amir. I appreciate you. I don't know why, Tyler, I don't know why I looked at that and was like, I looked at you type Amir and I said, why did he put 2 E's? I don't know why I envisioned this as an eye in my head. Anyway, next winner specifically. Yo, shout out to Tony D in the chat. What is going on, bro? He said, much love from NY Familia. Shout out to Tony D, who is in New York right now. And shout out to you, bro. Please, we love you. I love you. I know the Mafia loves you. Why do we not have a Tony D emoji? Tony D, not now. When you get back on Monday, first order of business, in the morning, when you wake up and come in on Monday morning, make a Tony D emoji. Why do we not have a Tony D emoji? That's wild. That's crazy. I just realized that. Shout out to Tony D. Show him some love in the chat. And yes, it has to be a Rickroll. Yes, 100%. That is your emoji, Tony. The Rickroll emoji is your emoji. Shout out to Tony D. But get out of here, bro. You're in New York. Go do your thing. I know you got a lot going on right now. Shout out to you. Yo, Tyler said love is a bit strong. Yo, Tyler, that's crazy. Yo, Tyler's low-key one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Oh, God. Anyway, let's continue on. Yeah, Rob said Tony's too humble for an emoji. Tony is a humble guy. He really is. Tony is legit one of the smartest human beings I've ever met in my life. 10 times smarter than I am. Literally one of the smartest human beings I know. He literally used to build robots. He's an electromechanical engineer, and he left his career as an electrical mechanical engineer, I can barely say the word, to come work for Frankie Candles. That's his level of smart, right? Like, Tony D is above all of this. He's way smarter. He's got he's gonna figure out how to crack cryptography or something. I don't know. Shout out to Tony D. All right, let's see. Yo, Seth Shepard said, I can make you laugh all night, Frankie. Tony D says debatable. That's how you know he's smart. In my opinion, the first sign of intelligence, or one of the biggest signs of intelligence, is number one, self-awareness. Like, people who are self-aware, and like, that is a huge sign of intelligence for me. And another thing is ego, right? People with huge egos, and all the people I've met with huge egos, now, it doesn't mean that they're not successful, right? But a lot of people that I meet who have overpowered egos are some of the least intelligent people I know. And I'm not judging them as the most intelligent person ever, right? I would never say that about myself. But some of the biggest ego people I've ever met in my life are some of the lowest intelligent human beings I've ever met, which is fine. But that's just like I don't know. Maybe I have a huge ego. Who knows? But anyway, let's see. Not above this. I'm exactly where I need to be. See, there you go. Shout out to Tony D. Somebody give this guy an award. Shout out to Tony. But yeah, now I completely lost track here. Yo, Tyler Durden saying Bear, who's Tony's cat, is greater than Tony. I think Tony would probably agree with that, to be honest. Sorry, Tony, I have to agree with that too. Shout out to Bear. The doggiest cat you'll ever meet. But yeah, okay, so who was, what are we on? Are we on 9, 8, 9? Okay, yeah, so this is the last Cardano giveaway. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Brothers Mechanics. I literally have to read these in my head, guys, because I don't, you never know what these names are going to be. Said time to trade. Shout out to Brothers Mechanic. I love it, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching the content. And if you're new here, watch all the videos on the channel because it is essentially a free trading course. So shout out to you getting that free Discord as well, not only to interact with our amazing community, the Candle Mafia, but also to get this free Cardano that we're going to send you. Go to the giveaway section of the free Discord, link in the description down below, and we'll send you free Cardano. A lot of people think it's a scam until they're like, wait, I've had people come in the chat and be like, oh my God, they actually sent me Cardano. It's like, of course we did. The heck? we ain't out here scamming. But there we go. You are winner number 10, my friend. Thank you for watching the content and leaving a comment. And now we're going to do the 3 Frankie Candles hats of your choice, right? You could pick the color of your choice. So here we go. Winner number 1, K Diggity. You were just the first chat that I saw when I looked down, so you are the one that I am personally rooting for. We pick a random person. It doesn't help you at all in reality, but it's just nice to know that someone's out there trying to help you. So shout out to K Diggity. I'm rooting for you, bro. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Nick Dunn. Shout out to you. Said Frankie is the man, and thanks Golden for everything. Yo, people in the comments are thanking Golden for stuff. This is crazy. Shout out to Nick. I appreciate you, bro. I'm not the man. You're the man. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to give you a Frankie Candles hat, and I'm glad it's going to you because you seem like a good person. So shout out to you, man. We're going to let you pick any color you want. And if you guys want to check out the colors and you want to start shopping around for the colors before you even win the giveaway, you can head over to FrankieCandlesTrading.com where everything is now back in stock, or at least the hats are. Probably should know how to navigate my own website, right? So here we go. Oh, 13 color options, limited stock on certain options. Yeah, we have some limited colors. But yeah, we got the black on black, the black on gray, the black on white faded into black. Like this is like a cool little fancy one. This is one of my favorites. This is like Timberland or like Carhartt brown. Then you got the gray on black. These kind of look, no, this is like gray on blue, gray on black. This is like a light grayish blue, steel blue. And then we got, by the way, shout out to Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative, and Melissa. I saw you come in here before, Melissa. We now have the pink ones on the website now, so go check them out. We got all different colors. They are fire. This is one of my favorites as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Shout out to Nick. Go to that Discord and get your free Frankie Candles hat. Who else is getting a hat? Mystic Ruin, yo, let's go. I love this. Shout out, said have to start trying Lux for entry. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. Bro, that's like, let's go. 2 people that deserve hats just got them. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. Congratulations. Hit that free Discord. I think you're in here right now. Go get that free hat, bro. Let's go. Yeah, there he is, Mystic Ruin. Let's go. Congrats, bro. Bada boom. Shout out to KF. Says, let's go BTC. I want a pink one. J Violet. J Violet, go check him out. Hopefully, J Violet, you'll be the UNK Diggity are who I'm rooting for. Let's go. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Last hat is going to J Violet or K Diggity. K Diggity. K Diggity. Here we go. Go Advantis. Said Frankie, Blue Heart. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the heart and the name. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching the content, leaving a like, and dropping a comment. You literally are going to win one of these, except not this one. This one's gross and hot and sweaty and used. Game worn. You don't want that. We're going to give you a brand new one. Hit that free Discord, and we're going to send you a free hat. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Is Mystic Ruin still in here? Oh, there he is. Thanks. Let's go. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. Congrats, bro. All right, let's go ahead. And then last giveaway for the day is going to be $100 in XRP. Do you want an old Hungy or do you want one of the blue strips? It doesn't matter. It's going to be in the form of XRP. You're not even going to see it. So let's go ahead and see who it's going to be. Oh, there's Nick. Shout out to Nick. Said, Frankie, I'm the winner. I already have a hat of yours. Please give it to somebody else. And that right there is the best example of the Candle Mafia. Are you sure, Nick? You won fair and square. We will send you a hat just because you have one. Doesn't mean that you maybe don't want another color. Let me know, bro. Let me know. I mean, come on, bro. That's like, this is why I love the community. Unbelievable. Nick, let me know. Are you sure, bro? You won fair and square. Maybe you want a different color? If not, I'm happy to give it to somebody else. Yeah, Nick Dunn, four player of the day. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. What does the cap look like? Shout out to Calf. It is this hat that I'm wearing, except we have all different colors. All different colors. They are Richardson 112s. They are high-quality hats. Genuine leather patches. These are not pleather. They smell like leather. They are real. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorites, too. The green, the army green. I love this color. Just in general, not just the hat. But, yeah, they are some of the best hats ever. But, yeah, just the quality of the hats, regardless of the symbol that's on them. All right, let's see. Green is the one. Yeah, shout out to Calf or KAF. My style. Yeah, these are nice. And I will say, like, I didn't know this. Me and Tony D geek out over the Richardson 112 because they're so comfortable. And I saw a YouTube short about a farmer. This is random. It was like a farming convention, and it was like a podcast at the convention. And they were talking about how if you just bring free beer to like a farming convention, I guess like all the farmers show up. And one of the guys goes, or hats. They're like, I go a long way for a hat. And then he goes, especially a Richardson 112. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what a Richardson 112 is? I thought I only knew that because we had to figure it out because we ordered the inventory. And he goes, no. And they went through this whole thing talking about how he was in an airport with his hat on, and some guy stopped him in the airport and was like, oh, nice Richardson 112. And the guy was like, what? And he goes, yeah, that's like the Louis Vuitton of hats. And I was like, that's crazy. We're not the only people who love Richardson 112. So shout out to these hats. They are literally the best hats ever. But anyway, and I like to think that they're extra special because our logo's on them. But there we go. Let's go ahead and let's do this $100 giveaway for XRP. Who's it going to be? I get nervous for some reason. Cuddy Forever. Shout out to Cuddy Forever. I feel like I haven't seen you in here in a while, but obviously you are still watching the content, bro. More like XRP Forever. We're going to go ahead and send you that free XRP. Go ahead and hit the Discord. Hit that free that giveaway section and let us know that you won, and they will send it out. Tyler will send you out that XRP. It's $100 in XRP, not 100 XRP, $100 in XRP. Which is good for you because that's more. So shout out to you, bro. Cuddy Forever. Good to see you in here, bro. And Jay, David Brumbelow, what is going on, bro? He says, I love mine. They fit and wear well. Yeah, shout out to David Brumbelow. I hope you're doing well, bro. Good to see you. And I could not agree more. Whether this had my logo on it or a picture of a dog or a picture of whatever, I don't know. They are absolutely the best hats. Yo, shout out to Mark said scam. This wheel is sus. Shout out to I mean, hey, shout out to Mark Dutch. If someone rigged it, it wasn't me, but you might want to hunt down Tyler Durden. I'm just kidding, guys. There are dog hats. Shout out to I'm My Hero. If there was a hat with just a picture of a dog on it, I would 100% wear it. 100%. Dogs are my soul. Absolutely 100%. But anyway, why are you selling custom black and white hat? Shout out to Dave Digital. Oh, why are you selling my custom black and white hat? Shout out to Dave Digital. That's right. Dave, you got that hat, I think, when it was like, okay, shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Thank you for pointing that out, bro. Shout out to Rob. You guys are literally like in my head. I was literally about to say, can you guys point out what Nick said? Okay, so we're going to give away one more hat. Shout out to Nick, bro. You're the man for doing that. And shout out to you. You like represent what the CandleMafia stands for. So shout out to you, bro. But let's go ahead and give away one last hat. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie. Says, guys, you've made my day. I've lost so much money on my own. How do I reach her, please? I'm not 100% sure. How do I reach her? Mr. Durden? Mr. Snob? Scam, right? Yeah, scam. Seems a little bit fishy if you ask me. It's a scam. All right, one more winner. Here we go. Sorry, Stephanie, if you're real out there. You got to write less body things, or we're going to think you're a bot. Shout out to Stephanie. That was definitely a scam. Hey, Captain Kirk in the chat. What is going on, Cap? Thank you for being here. What is going on? Here we go. Next winner. Cryptorias says, bing bong to the top. Shout out to Cryptorias. That is definitely not a scam comment. And we're going to send you a free hat. I don't know if you what color you'd like, but go ahead. Go to FrankieCandlesTrading.com, pick one of the hats, and then go let the mods know which one you want. In the Discord, go to the giveaway section, let Tyler know, and we'll send them out to you. Shout out to you. And shout out to the rest of the Candle Mafia, guys. Pray for Bitcoin. Hopefully this thing doesn't dump to zero, but if it does, you guys know it won't be zero. It may be between 54.6 and that $51,000 level, which is the next big stop. But watch that money flow. On the higher time frames, it's definitely bearish. So any of those bounces we get to the upside, you gotta treat them with caution. And with all that being said, I cannot believe I'm here almost at a full 2-hour stream. I planned on doing 30 minutes, guys, but it's just a testament to me loving doing this. It's like I always feel like anytime I feel like I can't get through a stream or I don't feel good or, to be honest, guys, sometimes I'm just exhausted. And the second I get in here, you guys give me the energy to just absolutely blast off and go overtime every single time. And for that, I feel like the luckiest person in the world. So shout out to the Candle Mafia. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't go to zero. And with all that being said, go outside, touch some grass this weekend. Let Bitcoin do its thing. I'm not going to be trading for the most part unless something super crazy happens. And then we will come back and reassess that situation on Monday. And I will see you guys there. Have a great weekend. I love each and every single one of you. I don't just say that. I say it because I mean it. And shout out to Brittany J. Happy birthday once again. If you thought I just said that because I got super chatted, I genuinely wish you a happy birthday. That's all the time I got. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what nobody's mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's enemy. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Well, no, I got the phone number from your website. I just had a Oh, you're the owner. I just had a question. I don't know why that number's on your website. What do you guys put in that Super U drink? Yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel great. I just can't imagine that there's. I just don't know what's in there. I'm very curious. Oh, that's why it's so. Oh, Aztecian cactus moss water. Okay, that makes sense. And how did you guys said you had that patent? How did you get that? Okay, interesting. Okay, all right. You'll be hearing from me soon, pal. All right. My colleague. Yes, my colleague Tony D will reach out to you. All right. You have a wonderful day as well. Hung up on me. Woo-hoo! Woo! Oh, hey, you guys heard that? Somebody's out there trying to steal our concoction. I knew this stuff felt familiar. They think they patented Aztecian cactus moss water. They got another thing coming. Tony D, fire up the jet. We got to go fly out to Wend Wellness and go talk to them about this Aztecian cactus moss water. Mafia, I'll see you guys on Monday. Probably with some Aztecian cactus moss water. That's all I got. Frank Candle's out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll.